if we look at the traveling in the desert, so God would tell us when to travel and where to travel. Really, God initiated our traveling. But there's another type of journey that we must make, a journey that we initiate. We can appreciate this concept of being taken out of Egypt, but then it's our job to now follow up and work hard to spiritually climb. A very nice mashal with a child and a father, and of course, learning how to ride a bicycle. Take a young child, 5 or 6 years old. So what does the father want? Let's say with my son, I want him to ride a bike, but he's not ready to ride a bike yet. So if I sit and wait until he's ready to ride a bike all on his own, I'll be waiting forever. Until he can pick up a bike and get on a ride, he needs to become acquainted with riding a bike. So what do? I have a very nice plan. I take a bike, and I put him on the bike, and I hold him and the bike, and of course, hopefully I don't fall, because if I fall, he falls. But I take him, and I'm doing everything for him, and he's like all excited, and smiling. I have some video of it. Maybe afterwards I'll show it to you. Now, who's riding that bike? My son isn't. I'm the one doing it for him. But you know what? Once he gets used to being on the bike and he gets comfortable moving on the bike, before you know it, he's able to ride. But he can't pick up the bike and ride on his own. So can he really ride? Yes, no, maybe so. He can only ride if I put him on the bike and I get him started. And once we're going, I let go and he can ride. That's what we're talking about. That's what God did for us in Egypt. He took us out of Egypt because we would never have been able to get out on our own. We could not start this on our own. It was too hard. But once we are rolling, then we can continue. And that's the idea of God empowering us from above. But at some point, you're ready for your child to get on the bike on his own. So he has to now pick up the bike and start on his own and ride. And he will eventually do that. But what got him to that point where he could ride on his own? Of course, if I didn't start with him in the beginning, he would never be able to pick up the bike and ride on his own. We have to push ourselves. But even that pushing of ourselves, it's borrowing off of the original help we got in the beginning. So we're always dependent on Hashem for what we do, but God specifically wants to see what we're made of. We have to get up on our own and we have to fight forward. And the accomplishments that we ultimately make in this time of exile, when God is not here, not revealed, we don't see miracles, that is the true accomplishment. That becomes our own accomplishment as much as we can accomplish on our own. And that's what ultimately will bring the Mashiach. It's the darkest right before the dawn. And we are in that period of time right now. We are in the darkest part of the night, and it's when the truth comes out. Because in this period of time, in America, there's so many bright lights, but it's so dark. It's so dark in America, so much garbage. Excuse me, I don't want to insult all you Americans. I'm also American. There's so much negativity. It's so easy to give up. It's so easy, like that guy said in that movie, The Matrix, it's so easy to just have a steak and relax and enjoy. Actually, these days you can go to an all-you-can-eat steakhouse and just never stop eating the steak. And it's funny, with the freedom we have in America, that's the ultimate test, because if everyone has the freedom to give up on religion, on spirituality, and it's specifically now with all that freedom that people are not willing to let go.